In the Agra colony of Renu, a missing persons case has been cold for 45 days. 44-year-old Surendra Kumar Sharma was last seen on May 18th, leaving behind a wife and 2 daughters. Surendra's brother, Anil, is no longer satisfied with the story that Surendra simply walked out after an argument. On July 3rd, driven by the inconsistencies in her story, he goes to the house to confront Surendra's wife, Ruby. He tells her that if something happened, she needs to speak the truth now. He asks her directly, "Where is Surendra?" The pressure of the moment breaks through weeks of silence. Ruby points toward the bathroom and admits that Surendra never left the property. He is buried underneath the floor. The house, which had been the focus of a missing person search for over a month, is immediately cordoned off. Ruby is no longer the woman searching for her husband. She is the prime suspect in his murder. Police arrive with laborers and tools, breaking through the newly laid cement and tiles of the bathroom floor. Deep inside a pit beneath the bathroom tiles, they find the highly decomposed remains of Surendra Sharma. For the last 45 days, Ruby had used this bathroom every single day. She had been showering and standing directly over the spot where she had hidden her husband's body. The discovery raises a series of difficult questions. How did a housewife manage the logistics of a murder and a burial in her own home? And what were the specific errors that finally led the police to the bathroom floor? The investigation points back to May 18th. Ruby alleged that the marriage was defined by Surendra's long-term unemployment and a cycle of alcohol-fueled domestic violence. That morning, she prepared a bowl of kheer and mixed in 15 crushed sleeping pills. Once Surendra was unconscious, she killed him. Shortly after, she made a phone call that investigators now view as a turning point. She called Anil to take her children and mother-in-law to his house, but she gave a strange instruction: stay outside and do not come into the house. With the house empty, she dragged the body into the bathroom, placed it in a pit that was open for repairs, and covered it with soil. When a mason arrived to finish the bathroom floor, Ruby didn't let him do the heavy lifting. She insisted on hauling the debris and leveling the floor herself, keeping the workers away from the soil where the body was hidden. That unusual instruction to stay outside would eventually become the foundational piece of evidence for investigators as they reconstructed the morning of the crime. For the next month and a half, Ruby maintained the image of a grieving wife. She cried to her neighbors and even sat with police officers to review CCTV footage of the streets, looking for a man she knew was under her floorboards. The details of her story were fluid. One day she claimed he left with 5,000 rupees. Another day she suggested he might have taken his own life. This timeline maps Ruby's statements against the pension account. While she claimed Surendra was missing, records show regular ATM withdrawals. The conflict was undeniable. Surendra had the ATM card, yet someone was pulling cash in the exact neighborhood he supposedly vanished from. While her emotional performance held the family's suspicions at bay for weeks, the trail of bank transactions provided the physical proof that her story was impossible. Following the search, the house was sealed as a crime scene. Ruby was brought before a magistrate and sent into 14-day judicial custody. But for the investigating officers, the case isn't as simple as a single confession. They are now looking at the physical demands of the crime itself. They are questioning whether one woman could realistically drag a full-grown man, excavate a deep pit, and complete the heavy masonry work required to seal the floor entirely on her own. To find the answer, police have shifted their focus to forensic data and call logs, searching for any evidence of a second person who helped manage the logistics of the burial. Ruby's version of events is now being tested against the physical evidence. The investigation continues as police work to determine if anyone else was inside that house when the floor was sealed.